I'm Tyrone Berry, and this is DSO. Infantry leads the way. I was born in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Parents decided that we needed to move to Houston for a couple of things. While living in Houston, after I graduated high school, I went to a trade school to learn electricity. I went from job to job to job to job, but I was still in my early 20s. I was at Walmart one day working. A recruiter approached me and asked me if I wanted to join the military. I went to the recruiting station the following day. They then told me to go ahead and fill out this little application and take this test. I did all of that and passed, and I was so happy that I passed. Reached the level of E7 in under 10 years of being in the service. But because of things that happened in my life, kind of slowed down my promotion process. Discipline outweighs motivation wholeheartedly. Having that discipline to wake up in the morning at such and such time, so your battle rhythm coincides with what you got going on in life. If you don't have a certain functionality or a certain thing going on in your life that you can wake up in the morning and say, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do this, I gotta do that on a scheduled task and purpose, then you're wasting your time on your day. I went to Afghanistan as a first sergeant, but I did double duty. So not only was I a first sergeant, I was also a trainer for the Afghan army. So my transition out of the military was extremely hard. The hardest part being that I didn't know what to do. I had no idea what to do. I went to all the classes. They show you how to write your resume. They show you how to look for this job and that job. They even have you come dressed up and look like you want a job. They bring people there to talk to you about how the jobs are, how the job market looks. So I tried everything they taught me, everything. And none of the things that they taught me worked. So I worked for Uber for about 2 or 3 months, because money was running low. Then I got a phone call about a job opening up with a company called X-Tech 360. And that's where I started working at. That's where my transition really began, from being a hardcore infantryman to sitting behind a desk doing this kind of stuff. You know how to be a grunt. That's the infantry life. It's just being a grunt. You're not doing things like working on a computer. You're not doing things like pushing paperwork. So not knowing the skills that most of the other soldiers knew when they got out, that's a big concern. If I ran into a soldier or a service member getting out, the advice I would give that service member is to get all the education that you can possibly get. Make yourself marketable, make yourself knowledgeable, and be ready for the worst.